welcome to Beyond the Guay. We are two best friends who we were missionaries in Uruguay, now living in Salt Lake City, Utah. We talk about the Utah experience and our relationship with the church or lack thereof, all things Mormon wives and housewives, and we just catch up, as friends. I'm tired today, so I'm a little loopy. So
me too.
We have real jobs in our lives, and we do this as a side thing for fun. Although I'm off work right now.
You're still in recovery,
I'm
though.
So tired.
That takes energy.
I cleaned my house today. I'm basically a house husband.
And I got a puppy last week.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was the cutest puppy.
He is very cute, and he is getting better and waking up less often. But yeah,
is a dog?
He's exhausted. You
have
to have your eye on him all the time.
Question.
Yes.
Do you believe that companies should offer paternity leave? I don't know what it would be called.
Look, I'm always going to advocate for more leave.
Right. But some people are fighting that. They're like, I have to train my dog, so I need to have a couple weeks off to get them potty trained, and I'm not getting enough sleep. And I think the companies are like, okay, just use your PTO. We're not going to give you paternity leave.
No, I don't foresee that happening in the near future.
Honestly. Right. As if companies are like, we are always out for the best interest of the people. Psych! They're not.
Right. Your pet some companies might give you a day off the day you adopt your pet or whatever.
Yeah. Do they say that, some people have said that neither of us have kids. So I feel like people would, very much disagree with this. If, having a newborn pet versus a newborn baby is, they're both different and hard in different ways. Like a dog, one is more time consuming. Well, no, I guess a baby, you have to wake up every 2 hours to feed a baby. Never mind, babies are worse. Babies are better. No, they're equal. I don't know.
I think they're both a lot of work. I've never had an infant 24/7. I think especially if you gave birth to that infant, then it's probably much harder.
That's what's crazy is I'm going through recovery for a surgery, and it's you're recovering from a surgery. Also, here's a baby that's screaming for the woman, the male. Yeah.
That's why you need paternity leave too.
Yeah, which my work gives paternity leave.
That's awesome.
A lot, so it's nice.
Yeah, nice. We do too.
Anyway, that took a turn for something.
I felt like I was talking about work a lot.
I know, a little boring. But your puppy is adorable.
Milo. Yeah, I saw this video online of this girl who was showing one of her Aussies, and then she was saying, if I like it, I'll just get in a different color or whatever. It was a sound clip to this. And then there was another Aussie of a different coat, and then she said, if I like it, I'll just get in a different color. And then there was a third Aussie, and then she said, if it comes in a different color and I like it, consider it grabbed. And then there was a Aussie puppy.
Oh.
Yeah, a fourth one. And after I saw that video, I was like, same girl. So
you're gonna recreate the
video. We got
video?
one in a different color.
You should recreate that video.
Yeah, maybe.
This is your third Aussie?
Yep. Yeah. Zuko's a half mini Aussie, half mini healer, is what they told us. And he is 20 pounds, so he's small.
Do they give papers, or do you just have to trust that what they said?
The people we got Theo from said they can get papers, and if we paid them to get the papers, then they would give them to us.
Oh.
But I didn't care, so
how much are papers?
Didn't do that. I think I don't remember exactly. I feel like they were charging a few $100 extra.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah. No. I was like, I'm not doing dog shows or anything. I don't care.
You seen one of my favorite SNL jokes from the Weekend Update? This is back in the 2000s. I think this was Seth Meyers. He was like, this family went through. They said they went through like the very first cat hip replacement, and they paid $20,000 for the cat hip replacement, as opposed to the other option, $20 for total cat replacement. Which I thought was hilarious.
And terrible, but
Yes.
it is hilarious. No, I don't like to think about that. Like,
Also, pet
that would be just like
insurance.
the impossible decision, but also, like, who has $20,000 to for? I don't have $20,000 to spend on my medical bills. Like,
Right. Well, okay, and here's the okay, there's like, so my sister has her dog Rod. Do you know Rod, my sister's dog?
Yeah.
He's still alive.
What? Really?
Yes.
Oh my
He's
god.
a senile old little rat dog right now, but he's still alive. He is. She got him like newborn right before we went on a mission. Right before we went on a mission. This dog actually kind of goes into
Like
that'll be my
15 then.
that'll be my mission story. I'll talk about that dog for a second. But anyway, but that dog, yeah, he's like 15, and like he's got cataracts in both eyes. She thinks he's deaf. He is deaf. She'll be like, Rod, and he'll just be like staring into nothingness. He used to pee and do handstands, and now he doesn't do his handstands anymore. And then I think his hip like broke or got out of place one time because he fell down the stairs. This was like a year ago. No, not even a year ago. It was a couple months ago, and Julie's like, okay, we have to, like, he's kind of just like has a miserable life, so we're gonna give it like 2 days, and if he doesn't spring back to life, then we're gonna have to put him down. And then she's like, this dog. A day later, he was like, no, like just like all happy again.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Like, they were like preparing to like have a funeral, like have like do
Just
the
recovered overnight.
yeah, he just recovered overnight and was fine, and he's still alive. So
Oh, I love that for him.
yeah, that dog is still alive.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, and small dogs live a lot longer, and he's pretty small.
He's a small little dog.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I was gonna say though is that she, for the last couple years, she's like, there's people in the world that are like, oh, just put them down. Like 3 years ago, when he was still kind of fine and started getting cataracts, they're just like, oh well, he's gonna start to decline, so just put him down. And she's like, what? There's like people,
What?
actual people in the
That's
world that just think
crazy.
once the dog is not convenient for me, and it's not cuddly,
Just get a new one.
just like put it down, get a new one. Like I'm like, that is horrible.
Yeah, it feels just like, yeah, I like a little psychopathic or something.
Yeah. Well, and it's a thing, like
Like,
especially.
where's that empathy?
Have you ever seen the things in Utah where it's like, we don't sell bunnies on Easter?
No.
So it was a big thing that people were buying bunnies for Easter just to take pictures, and then they're just letting them out in the wild.
Oh.
And so these people, they're like a lot of companies now, like we do not sell bunnies around Easter time anymore. It's not for your Instagram.
Yeah, smart. I mean, I know also like a lot of people get puppies for Christmas, and then like just a few months later, if you're like looking on KSL and stuff, there are a lot of
Interesting.
dogs that are puppies still, but
Yeah.
just like full-grown puppies.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very sad.
In my brain, I always wanted a dog. I've just never been like. It's such a responsibility, and like you have to take care of it. Like,
Yeah.
so I never got
Yeah.
one.
We kind of did.
I never did.
Yeah, I mean, you never signed up
did.
for it.
Yeah. When we were roommates, you wanted to get a dog, and you were working like graveyards, and then my brother and I were not, and like.
And Dan,
Not to throw my brother
I hope
under the
he's
bus.
listening.
Yes. He was like, "Yeah, let's do." Was it those stupid chinchillas?
Yes, the chinchillas that somehow figure out how to break out of their cage all the time.
Yes, all the time.
And they were the hardest things to catch, and you can't get them wet, and they stink.
The thing, I mean, well, and he had them in the
They
kitchen.
were so smart.
He had them in the kitchen by the kitchen table, like in the corner, like because the cage is like floor to ceiling. It was huge. And I'm eating my cereal one morning, and one of them was just staring at me holding a stick, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like these are smarter than we
Ready
think
to
they
go
are."
to battle.
Yeah, like, and I hated those things. Poor Dan. One time when he and his now wife. I don't know if you know the story. They were going on a break or breaking up, and Dan would love to get the chinchillas out and just let them. Like, it was a cool thing he liked to show. Like, he's like, look at chinchilla, and then like they would like get out and like get away. And so then the chinchilla got away, and then she had known that she was going to break up with him, and she's like, oh my gosh. I don't know if I should help him find the chinchilla or break up with him. And so I think after trying to find the chinchilla for a little bit, she broke up with him and then continued to help him find the chinchilla for like another hour. And he's like, can you just leave?
Oh my God.
But as everyone knows, like, yeah, they're married now. So it worked out.
So it's all good.
Yeah, I've broken up with my girlfriend a couple times, or she's broken up with me. Let's be real. So. But I hated the chinchillas, so you wanted to get a dog.
And we agreed.
Dan
agreed.
You agreed.
With me.
Yes.
Him and I agreed that he would get rid of the chinchillas and we would share custody of this dog.
Yeah, like taking care of it. And I said, I grew up with 2 dogs, and I was the only one that took care of those dogs. And so I said, I do not want any responsibilities. And then you guys said, okay.
Yes. Basically, like, I agreed to get the dog, and Dan agreed to help me with it.
Yeah.
And he did not.
Well, he got back together with his now wife, so then he was never home. And then you were working graveyards, and I was in school at the time. And so my thought was like, oh, we'll just keep the dog in the kennel, because he wasn't trained. I was like, let's keep him in the kennel while I do my homework. And then it was just like high-pitched squealing for like, I couldn't take it anymore. Probably, I mean, it's probably like only 30 minutes, but like, constant squealing and crying for 30 minutes.
We were in like an apartment, so
yes,
well, our neighbors didn't love that
right?
either.
Well, I'm trying to study for school, and I'm like, okay, I'll just let him out, and he'll roam around, and he'll be fine. And then I go back to study in the kitchen. I stupidly didn't close my bedroom door. He got in and got into like my childhood photos and ripped through all of them. I was like, I hate this dog. But my favorite thing about that dog, I don't know if you want to tell this story, was we were on the 3rd story, no elevator. So like potty training was annoying, but you were trying to potty train him. And so he started to pee in your room, which it was all wood floor, so that made it easier.
But I literally just retold this story to someone because of our new puppy.
It's my favorite story in the world. He was starting to pee in your room, so you're like, oh, I need to teach him to go outside. So you pick him up, hold him in front of you, and you're at the end of the hall. So you're going to run down the hall to the outside, but he's peeing as you're running. You slip on the pee because he's like basically creating an obstacle course for you. You slip on the pee.
And just fly back.
Like it was like a Home Alone, like feet in the air, like stunt. You land in the pee, and then he continues to pee on you.
I just felt defeated.
Yep.
Oh, that was, yeah.
It was so funny from watching it.
I learned pretty quick. I think I had him for like 6 or 7 months.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Dan wasn't helping.
Well, you were working in graveyards.
And I was working graveyards, and I think I got a second job, actually.
You did,
I was just like...
Not sleeping.
This was not the right choice for this time of my life.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I found him a family in like Clearfield or something, and they had a yard, which was probably better because he was a border collie. So
yeah, he was a cute dog, but you
cute.
Accidentally gave him a racist name. But
I didn't know that was a slur.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was 6 months old. They changed his name.
Yeah. The name was Spook, by the way. It wasn't like anything terrible.
And in fairness to me, he was named after a character in a Brandon Sanderson book. So
yeah.
It was like in honor of that. And I did not know it was a racial slur. So, and I have not repeated the mistake.
Yes. Didn't you also get a tattoo from Brandon Sanderson's book?
Yeah, from the Mistborn.
That looks very similar to like the communist thing, and now everyone thinks you're a communist.
People who are fans of the book, look, I love going to like any kind of nerdy thing, like FanX here in Utah, because randos will stop me and be like, "I love your tattoo."
Yeah.
But anyone else
Like, no.
who are not fans of this book series, yeah, I've had a few people be like, "Wait, is that the communist symbol?" Like, no, it's not. But thank you.
Yeah. I had a friend that was like, or not a friend, a coworker. I think he was Norwegian, or his mom was Norwegian. And the Norwegian flag, I think, is just very similar to the to the Confederate flag. And so I think like he had that flag displayed somewhere, and people were like very uncomfortable. But it was not.
Not the same.
Yeah. Or there was that video of, what was it? This girl, I think it was the big Palestine, Gaza Strip stuff, whatever, Israel. And she goes to this restaurant and starts tearing down their flags outside. And she's like, no, like, I think she thought it was an Israel flag. And she's like, free Palestine. And then they were like, this is a Greek flag. This is a Greek restaurant.
Oh my gosh. The ignorance.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the worst. Those people are the worst.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I would never tear down someone's stuff, but I will mistake it sometimes and be like, ugh.
I will make judgments.
I'll judge all I want. Anyway, we've kind of just gone on a giant tangent, but I'm glad your dog is doing good. Should we get into what we want to talk about today?
No.
No.
Yeah, let's do it. So,
Okay. So The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. The thing about this show is they pump out seasons so fast, and they still can't keep up with all the
it's insane.
all the shit that's happening behind the scenes.
So thank you to the social media people who recap this for me, because I couldn't follow it.
But I have a confession, because I told you, I was like, oh, we should talk about the Taylor Michaela stuff. And you're like, I don't know anything about it. I'll look into it. And I don't know anything about it. I saw one clip about it on Mother's Day. I very little about it. So you might know more about it. But here's what I know about it, is that Michaela, oh gosh, I forgot. She said something along the lines of like, you can't really like, so she related it to her skin disease.
Yes.
And she said, if I knew something was going to help me, I would do it. But right now we're like, we don't know what's going to help me. And so with you, we know what's going to help you, and it's to leave Dakota. I don't know. Did she say that, or was it just heavily implied?
Yeah, it was like heavily implied.
Yeah, like we know what needs to happen to help you, and you're not taking the steps. So there's not much I can do as a friend for you. Like, and then Taylor came back and was like, boom, boom, boom. So that's my description of it. Can you describe it better?
Yeah. So, so there were. I saw like 4 posts, or maybe it was 5, and Michaela said some kind of analogy like that, and then I don't remember exactly what Taylor said, but it was basically just like, why are you coming at me? Like, it's harder than that kind of thing. You know, her whole narrative last season, she just kept being like, it's because I'm stuck in a cycle, which is true, but also, like, recognizing it isn't the only thing you need to do. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, you need to take action. So,
well, it's like, so your husband's an attorney, and he worked in family law for a very long time. And I remember we were watching season 1, and he's like, guys, I hate to break it to you, but I've met people like Taylor. She'll never change. And we're like, no. And then season 2 happens, and he's like, guys, I've met people like Taylor, and she'll never change. And we're like, no, she's made strides. And then season 3 happens, and he's like, she'll never change. And we're like...
And then he wouldn't watch season 4.
He stopped watching. But it wasn't until season 4 where it was basically the same thing as season 3, where she goes back to Dakota, and now we hear about all this crap with Bachelorette being canceled and like Back to Dakota again, and I'm like, I think Kylie was right.
I just like want to have hope, I guess, but
she is perpetuate. Maybe being on TV, she'll change. She's like, maybe enough people will be like, Darl, you gotta change. So I'm on. I mean, I'm not picking sides, but Michaela, I pick her side.
I don't really feel like Michaela said anything all that crazy. Well, then someone commented on one of Taylor's posts and said something about like, "Wow, can't believe this is on Mother's Day weekend." And then Michaela was like, "Oh, so now this is about the timing, like." What is it? And then I was like, this is a good point. Like now you're just mad. So, but also,
Michaela, did she post it? She didn't post it on Mother's Day. Which Mother's Day, is it a day? Is it a weekend? Is it a week? What, like, like.
I feel like it's a day personally.
But so
your birthday can be as long as you want. But
right.
But I feel like Mother's Day, Father's Day, it's a day.
Yeah, and I think that's I'm trying to get to the point of like Michaela posted it on like Mother's Day weekend, but that's there's no don't think aggression for that. But then Taylor definitely posted on Mother's Day.
Yeah,
and it was kind of incorporated into Mother's Day because she posted it with a picture of her kids, like so. Anyway,
it's so dumb,
messy. Well, and it just is like. It's gonna get old. I don't know. Like, we'll have to see what happens to these Mormon wives because I'm like, so Whitney announced she's not going back on, and then Michaela's in Hawaii now. Taylor's a hot mess.
Is Jen still in LA?
Who knows? Who cares? And then Jesse seems to be going through a hoe phase right now, which like good for Jesse, but it's also like. Girl, what you doing with Chase? And then like Miranda's mad about that. Have you not heard of this?
I think did they like kiss or something?
Yeah, I think they kissed, and then she sent flowers to Miranda, being like, "Sorry." And Miranda's like, "The fuck?"
I don't. I don't. I feel like none of them really like Chase. So I don't really understand like why, like what's going on here. And then
I think Jesse's extremely insecure, and has. I mean, it's kind of a syndrome of like...
Which, like, sucks because she seems very successful. She's beautiful.
She is very successful.
I mean,
she seems like
really cool to me.
It's such a weird dichotomy because she seems like the mother of the group where she, like, puts things together and she seems like she's in control and she does it. But there's a little bit... And this is, like, therapy. There's a part of you that, like, if you don't fix it, you, like, flip a 180 and you start doing stuff, like, that's, like, out of character for you. And that's, I think, like, that's what's happening. But Chase,
rough.
Yeah. Why Chase? It just it's giving like whichever guy comes first, I'm going to go for.
Hey, also just like why like look for guys outside of the group. Like let's get some new people. Like you already know what you think of these people. Like don't get stuck here.
Well, yeah. Well, not. How do you meet people these days? Besides,
I mean, that I don't. Who knows?
I saw this app or this advertisement once, and I thought it was a genius idea, and then I guess it must have flopped because I never saw it again. But it wasn't like a dating app; it was like a friendship app, which was like, "Hey, sign up for this event, and then like we're going to put 5 to 10 people at this event." It's like a dinner or something.
Okay.
And you guys will go all to this one place for dinner and talk, and we'll even come up with topics to talk about. And we kind of matched you with people who you might be similar with. And then after that, like, small, like, I think appetizer thing, there's a second event, and you can choose to go home or go to the second event. And I thought that was a really good way to, like...
It's cool.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like people struggle to, like, make friends these days.
It's hard. Like, yeah. I do. Yes.
Oh, it is hard.
You don't have like a community, and then you're like, well, what do I do? And then we're at my building, they throw things, and it's never successful. I'm like, oh, I also live in Salt Lake, and it's like either like everyone drinks, I don't drink, so every party is related to some sort of drinking activity. They're like muffins and mimosas, tequila and tacos. So I feel like some people go for the free alcohol to get sloshed and then like leave. And then I'm like, oh, that was not productive for me. Anyway.
That's rough. No, Wait, so you're saying this app used to exist, or
Kept seeing advertised. It was in my algorithm.
okay?
And I remember because I told my sister about it, and she's like, "That sounds great. Forward to me next time you see it." And I never saw it again.
I hate when that happens.
It was literally popping up like 5 times a day, and I was like, "This is kind of cool. I should do this." I don't think it was in Salt Lake though, because the algorithm isn't always right, and I think it was for like New York or LA. But I'm like, we should start that in Salt Lake. Well, we should start it. Let's make money. I'm gonna
Let's find someone that knows how to
Excuse me. Sorry.
Code an app or something.
Adam.
I know. I always try to sell him on building an HRES platform.
Also, AI can do it. With all this crap you figured out with this thing, with AI, you can probably figure it out. Okay, I know this because you have the new iPhone. I tried to download, there's a way to create apps on the iPhone, and I did all this research because I wanted to create an app with figuring out where to eat or what movie to watch. I stole it from
when you're stuck and don't know
I stole it from my brother. So thanks, Dan, for the idea. But it's an app. I wanted to create an app where, like, if you're with a group of people and you're like, what movie should we watch? You all sign onto the app and you kind of get into the same room, and then it brings up it probably brings up 50 movies, and you swipe right or left for yes and no, and then everyone does it, and it kind of comes together like, oh, this is the most popular one that everyone picked, and then you watch the movie. Same with like, where should we go to eat tonight? And then it was like, oh, and then it gives you no, I don't want that, I want that, I don't want that, I do want that, and everybody does it, and it's like, this is a restaurant that everyone wants. Isn't that a great idea? But how would it make money? That's the problem.
Well, you just have to pay for it, or you get
advertisements or sponsorships if you like have the restaurants and stuff, or yeah. Because how does Tinder make money?
People pay for it.
Oh, people pay for Tinder.
There was a free version.
I never paid for a dating app. Which is why I was single.
And
for such a long
maybe
time.
there's still a free version now, but I know there are paid levels, and so the free version is like offers very little, I think.
Yeah. Well, and even like it kind of like, if I remember it right, the app kind of like bullies you, and it's like, oh, these 5 people like you, and we can tell you who they are, but pay for it. And you're like, oh. It's like, you may not ever find your love now because you're a cheap ass.
That's probably why people don't really use that one anymore, I think.
I think that was Hinge.
Oh, shoot.
Well, their Mormon one,
kind of do it.
The Mormon one is called Mutual. And I know, like, they would have advertised date ideas in Utah. So I think restaurants or, like, events would be, like, advertised. And so that's how they paid for it. But
actually, that would be a kind of a cool advertisement just because, I don't know, maybe it would help there be more events going on.
Yeah. But back to the 7th point, that I looked into making the app, and I was like, oh, I could do it on an iPhone, but then you have to have not an iPhone 13. And I think it's like anything from 15 and above, you can like make apps.
You said recently that you thought you were going to need an upgrade. Did that not happen?
I mean,
Did that not
it still hasn't died. 13, standing strong.
Hey, I like to hold on to my phone as long as I can.
Yeah, it'll be 5 years this fall that I've had this phone.
Nice.
Knock on wood. But I came up with this idea, because you can download, it's a specific app for Apple phones. You download it and it helps you create apps. And I really wanted to do that. This has been a year of discovery for me, because I also tried to take a coding class, and it was way above my brain, and then AI was like, we're doing all the coding, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I even like got to the point where I was taking like, it was like a monkey. it was a coding like game for kids, because I was like, I can't understand this coding, let me do one for children. And it was like it was complicated, but it was like a monkey themed game, but it was like beginning to teach you how to code. And then I was like, nope, can't figure this out either. And then I realized AI does it all, and I'm like, I don't need to. There's such a thing as outsourcing.
Yeah, I tried like some online courses with it, and it doesn't stick.
Well, and like, it's funny because kids now at schools, they take coding. Like that's part of their curriculum.
If you go to a good school.
No, I think in Utah, a lot of my students in like Utah, when I taught dance, they're like, oh, I hate my coding class. I think like
This isn't like high school.
yeah, like they had it's like their computer class is a coding class now.
That's cool.
I'm like that must be nice. But anyway, you should look up. You should look it up in your app, in your phone.
Must be nice. True, because honestly, most of my high school classes mostly useless for what I do in my life.
Right. I mean, I didn't go to high school, so.
What did you? What?
I just said I'm pointing at your phone because your phone's the camera. I said you should look up like how to make it like it's you don't have to do all the coding, but it's an app that helps you create apps.
I'll think about it.
Okay, cool. My thought was when I get a new phone, when this phone dies, I'm totally doing it because I've always wanted to make that app. So
Nice.
another thing about Utah that's happening that's big is the data center.
The data center.
And like we try to not get political on here, but whatever.
But please get that data center out of here.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? And then I'll tell my thoughts.
My thoughts are based on the current project. Don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we want to start building these kinds of things, let's start with probably also controversial, but let's start with figuring out cleaner energy for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can be sustainable, and then we don't have to worry about the impact it's going to have on our energy grid.
Yeah. Well, to kind of clarify, what we're talking about is that, like, I guess through Kevin O'Leary, who is the Shark Tank guy, wants to build a 60-mile data center.
It's huge.
Like a humongous data center in Box Elder, Utah, which is like up in northern western Utah. Some might say it's like kind of podunk and nothing's over there. However, what I've heard is that it's going to take just to run that center alone takes twice the amount of energy that the entire state of Utah uses now. And it's going to take our water. And it just feels very much like what are we getting out of this? Like, why are we, because our energy bill is going to go up, our water bill is going to go up so that Kevin O'Leary can continue to be a billionaire.
And him and the businesses will get all the tax write-offs. None of the citizens.
There's
literally no benefit. And
I hate
these people who like want to live in like the countryside are going to have terrible light pollution. It's supposed to raise the temperatures by up to 5 degrees in the day, 16 degrees at night.
Yeah, raise temperatures, and then like
it's already so hot here.
I've seen
desert.
Like people. It's the same thing happened in like Georgia, and like the people who live in the town beside it. They showed like their water pressure is like dribbles now because of how much water it takes.
Yeah,
but so I will say this. I mean, I don't support it. But I will say this.
I've heard anything that makes me want to.
Well, I mean, making it sound like I'm going to say something positive, but it's not positive. It's that I hate Kevin O'Leary. so I will say that I'm biased because I just hate that guy so much. Like,
I really didn't know anything much about him.
He's on Shark Tank, and I like Shark Tank, and his whole like thing is that he calls himself Mr. Wonderful.
I have heard that since this. I've formed an opinion. I don't like him either, but once I heard that, it's just
ironic because he's like the devil.
Right.
It's just the irony.
He tried to say that the protesters were bussed in.
No,
right.
Bitch, you ever been to Utah? Like, Utahns, we crazy. We fight.
Yes.
That's another thing. Utahns, I kind of like, because it's a red state, right? But it's also a state, like, don't mess with our land. Like, Utahns do not want you taking the land. They don't want to, like, because we had a senator, I think he's still a senator, honestly. He was trying to sell, like, the national park lands to, like, he was trying to pass a bill to sell the national park lands. And he's like, it would be for the Utahns to buy. And then Utahns are like, F that. Like, this is where, like, Utahns come together. You have, like, your honky-tonk gun-owning people who are like, no, I want my 17 acres. Then you have your granola people who are like, the parks. Yes. And so then they came together and shot down that bill. And I feel like that's what's happening now with this. Like, Utahns,
I feel like Utahns actually do band together fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kevin O'Leary, let me just say this about him. He, like, the kind of the nail in the coffin for me is that I saw him kind of try to give like an inspirational, even he was trying so hard to be inspirational, but he's so privileged and so spoiled that he talked about how he had a job when he was like in high school, and he's like, I worked at like a convenience shop and they wanted me to sweep the floor because something spilled, and I think he was like 14 or something, and he's like, I'm not going to do that. And they're like, no, it's your job. Like, we're paying you. Like, you literally,
Right. You signed on for this.
you're a 14-year-old who's working at this shop. Like, do this. And he's like, and I didn't do it. And then they fired me. And I decided from then on, I was never going to have a boss again. And I'm just like, so you're an asshole. It's not an inspiring story at all. Like, you didn't learn hard work. You didn't learn how to, like...
Did he come from money or something?
He must have.
Yeah, because I'm like, how do you never have a boss again? And then, like...
How do you, at age 14...
to have some money to make money.
Yeah, at age 14... Anyway, I can't stand this guy. And now he's coming in and he's like, it's from outside sources. And we're like, you know who's from outside Utah? You, bitch! Like, you...
Right. Like, coming in... Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I started following... damn it. I can't remember...
Mark Cuban.
Their page. But there's this,
Barbara Cochran.
these two girls on Instagram.
Yes,
who are,
okay.
like, reporting on this.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yes.
And he just called them Chinese...
He says, like, who's paying them?
Spies,
Basically
like...
says that the Chinese is paying them, and they're like, no, we're just two girls in Utah.
Who care?
Who care about our state and random people coming in to take over our state? Heaven forbid. People who it gives such elitism and just out of touch. Like, it must be a Chinese spy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's, the claims are just wild.
They are wild. And they kind of, I like they came back and they're just like, what? And they're like, cool.
Moving on.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, yeah. But I do think it's on halt right now, which I'm like proud of Utah for just not letting him come in and do this.
Yeah.
Also, like the legislation of Utah, Governor Cox. What do you think of Governor Cox?
I used to think like, and now I actively dislike him.
Yeah. He's kind of a flip-flopper for me. Kinsley hates him. Did I tell you that she wanted to she hates him so much, she wanted to try and find his, like when he was running again, people to who were running against him to help campaign. And the posters that she wanted to put for like the running candidates were to be, don't be a cocksucker.
Love that. Honestly, I feel like the biggest problem we've had is every time like people run against him, you get like usually two people, and one who's too blue for this state, and one who's like even crazier. Why can't we just get someone who's like normal?
Well, that's the problem. I mean, that's the two-party system. It's hard to be in a red state. So I think this is where we differ. Like, because you're a Democrat. Are you a registered Democrat?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm registered independent, which I have to change because...
I had to, just because of the way Utah requires you to register, I'm a registered Democrat.
Right, because if you're registered independent, you can't really vote in any caucus race. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
But I feel like I am more fiscally, I'm more Republican, but then on social issues, I'm more Democrat. But I feel like you're just Democrat. You're just Democrat.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really like to identify with either party because
don't. Maybe that's what we should just not identify.
Because I don't, like, I'm registered one way to vote the way that, like, I'm probably mostly going to need to in this state. But I don't really agree with the way either party is doing what they're doing. So I do think that from a presidential level, yes, I also would go Democrat because that's the way that we have to do things in this country.
I think that's a hot take.
Why can't we do something better?
Well, I think a hot take is that I think everyone feels that way.
Yeah,
It's like,
I know. I think we're all going crazy.
can we just start like a millennial party?
We're
And
all going crazy.
we should start a millennial party.
We saw like what they did in Nepal, right?
No.
They like overthrew their the youth got on Discord and overthrew their government and then murdered their prime minister and elected a new leader.
Oh my gosh.
I know, crazy.
That would be crazy.
It would be.
Remember like 10 minutes ago when I was like, we don't like to get political. But what I'm
We're
saying,
tired and things are crazy.
yeah, this is it's a red state though, but Salt Lake County is a Democratic, like it usually wins Democrat, but it's like, it really does feel like, okay, it doesn't matter. Like my vote doesn't matter because the state's just going to go red for for the presidential elections. But I still vote.
Yeah. Look, if it's the little we can do, at least it's what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, should we get off the topic? So
yeah,
to
get
summarize,
the data center out.
Data center, boo.
Yeah.
Kevin Leary, boo. Well, okay, AI. Have you seen I'm like so tired. Have you seen like the video of the woman who's trying to give like a commencement speech and she thinks it's going to be inspiring and they're booing her?
Yes. And yeah, I get it.
Well, what do you think about it? Okay, so here's my thoughts. What do you think? Let me first tell you what I think. Because I do think, I mean, you used AI for, I'm like pointing it back on you. You use AI for a lot of these things. I actually don't use AI that much, but I just think about, in Paraguay. Sorry, Paraguay. Not Uruguay. Paraguay. I had friends that serve missions there, and they're like, they still have people like do their streets by hand so that they can give people jobs. And I'm like, that seems like stupid. I feel like you should use the machines, and then those people will find jobs elsewhere to like manage the machines. You know, it's age old, like whatever. So I do think we should embrace AI in certain ways. I think in terms of creativity, absolutely not. Like I don't think AI should replace writing. I don't think AI should replace accents in movies. I don't think AI should replace anything of the arts. But I do think we can use it as a tool sometimes. Anyway, there you go. That's my things. Well, thank you for my TED Talk, coming to my TED Talk.
One is my opinion, and then one is a story.
Okay, cool.
So I'll give the little story first. So Kyler has told me about, because I don't watch, an episode of Star Trek where where they get to this like planet where these people are so advanced that everyone does essentially, I think he says it's like tell stories, but like they do art, and that's all anyone has to do. It's like something they enjoy. Mm-hmm. Like obviously that's I could never even picture us being that, right. But
we're not in that world yet.
But that is where it kind of brings me to agree. Like I use it in my job all the time. I use it for work. And that's where I want to be using it, on the tasks that I don't want to do. And that's where we should be using it, to free people up to do more art. Like, hello, I'm pretty sure I've heard that Gen Z's desire for a career one day, their number one choice is to be an influencer.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to free more people up for that.
Yeah.
It does mean probably, I don't know, I did not do well in my economics class in college. But I assume people, if there are more influencers, the sponsorships are going to pay less, but more people get to do a job they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes.
So, whatever.
Yes.
There's so much content and stuff out there already. I'm always like, what did you watch that on? I don't.
Yeah. Well, AI, like, because there's like that AI actress too. I think it's gonna fly. I'm not worried about it.
What?
You haven't heard of the AI actress?
No.
She has like a name and she has like an agency, and people are like pissed over it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, if I go see a movie, and that AI actress is in it, I am not gonna like that movie.
Well, I won't go see that movie.
I won't see that movie. I think they're missing the plot here, and like, no, arts is like connection. Yeah, like in a world of hustle and bustle and like go go go, like arts is where you stop and like smell the roses. And so when I see a movie and it's an AI person, I just think it's gonna flop, and at least I hope it does. But people are really fighting against it with writing too. I mean, you can tell some writing. You're like, who wrote this?
Yeah. Well, like I've noticed on Spotify as well, there's been a lot of AI music lately.
Oh yeah. Music even. I have an
My
AI
husband
DJ.
has fallen for it twice. He's been like, listen to this song. And I was like, something is off about this. And then I look it up and I'm like, Kyler, this is AI. And he's like, okay, I won't listen to it.
Okay. Can I tell you 2 times where I've fallen for AI and I'm embarrassed by both of them? Okay, one of them was simply like an animal video, like the animal videos. It said Suno in the bottom. I didn't know Suno was an AI thing, but I was like, look at all these rabbits on the trampoline. You know, there's like, I was like showing my girlfriend and her family and her mother in her like late 50s was like, that's AI. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yes. Kyler fell for that one too. He showed me and I said, Kyler, no way.
The second one was I was talking to like an apartment complex, and Kenzie and I used to do Airbnb, and I was just trying to get more information from them, and I kind of started arguing with them back and forth about like the terms and agreements and things like that, and if we sign, blah blah blah. And I was like, but they weren't answering my questions, so I'm having like a full argument with these people, and then I get another email from someone who's like, hi, like I think his name was like Juan, which also, why are they always like, why you gotta pick the minorities? But it's like, oh, it sounds like you've been having some trouble with our AI assistant Juan. And I'm like, I have been fighting with AI these email exchanges for like 3 days now. And they're like, sounds like we're having trouble with our AI assistant
Representative
Juan. And then she's like, so is it okay if I answer your questions? I'm like, yeah, I thought I was talking to a human this whole time.
They really should have to like tell you.
Yes, this is an AI. Ugh. I feel stupid. So any times that you've fallen for AI? No.
Look, I work for an AI company. Like
that's
I feel
that's
like
your
I
career.
keep an eye out for it.
That is your career.
I mean, I've worked in so many industries. Like a chameleon.
Yeah. It's been great because you've worked for Purple, so I got a really discounted Purple mattress. You work for the Jazz, so I got a lot of free tickets. This AI place isn't really doing great for me. You should get a new job.
It's doing great for me. It's been great for my career. It's been great for my salary. Yeah. But I've loved all my jobs, honestly. Well, except for the very first one I had when I moved here. That one was terrible, and it doesn't exist anymore. And when I got hired at Morgan Stanley,
you tried to verify it, and you're like, it doesn't exist.
I postponed my like employment for 6 months because they said put everything on this. They'll find everything. So I did, and then they couldn't find it. And I'm sure it was just one of those many Utah companies that was probably illegal and went out of business.
Man. Oh, goodness. Well, so to summarize, AI middle.
Nuance.
I feel like you should use AI to enhance, not to replace. There we go.
Yeah.
Did I tell you how I used to write my Spanish papers in college?
No.
Okay, cool. So I had a teacher, which who cares? She made us write a 2-page paper every week, and I was busy. And that's a lot of Spanish. So
did you pay someone?
No. Don't worry. I did it myself. No, I did do it myself.
I wasn't worried about that. Creating jobs.
Well, it took me forever to write it, but I on the first one, and then later I was like, because obviously I like to talk and I can like think of things really, really well in my head in English. So I would write it in English so much faster, and then just put it into Google Translate. And then but then this is the caveat. I would then go read through and kind of change things how I would word it.
Okay.
But it did most of the work, and I was like, I'm a genius. And that's kind of how I feel like AI should be used. Is like use it to do all the work and then just proofread it.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. I just think of back to high school. Well, more middle school. Once I got to high school, we could use calculators, but in middle school we couldn't, and I thought it was ridiculous because there's a machine for this. So whatever.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite professors, my finance professor, he was like, "You're not don't." Yeah, I'm gonna teach you guys how to use calculators, and he like taught us how to like maneuver those. I mean, those what were they like Texas Instruments? Those really insane calculators.
Yeah, they were called like T49 or something.
Yeah. But he taught. I was like, all those
right.
buttons on there. It's like, who knows how to use all this? He did, and he taught us. And I was like, this is the best class ever.
Yeah. I think we started learning that in geometry or something in high school. It was also the year my mom told me, "Oh, I skipped geometry, so good luck." She's like, "You can ask people for help at school." I was like, "Cool."
Did your mom help you with your homework?
I guess is fair. She did until I got to high school.
Is that normal?
And then in college, I paid her to do some of my papers.
My mom, I was public schooled. My parents never helped me with homework. And I was homeschooled in high school. And they never helped me. It was just like learn on your own. I did remember, the one time I paid somebody was I was in like a theater class, which school is so insane. As if you don't have enough going on in your life. And we aren't, it's just like, if you're not privileged, I had to work a full-time job. So I'm busy and I'm tired. And one of the things for theater, and I like theater, was that we had to go see like a play every 2 weeks, and then write a paper on it. And I just got to a point where I was like, I have seen like 5 plays. And so then, remember our friend Angie, I was like, can you go see this play? I'll buy your ticket, and we'll go to Olive Garden later in the week, and you just tell me about it. And she's like, sure.
She loves theater.
Yeah, so she's like, sweet, a free play. And then I brought her to Olive Garden and paid for her dinner, and she told me all about it. And I brought my laptop and just like wrote out the paper right then and there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Creative problem solving.
Did you hear about the woman? She works from home. She's working 3 jobs. Oh. And she was like doing 3 jobs really well. And like her 3 combined salary, I think, was like $350,000. And she like got awards at all these jobs, but then they all found out about it and fired her. But I'm like, if she's doing the job
doing it well, why would you fire her?
Exactly.
Like, I could see if they're not doing it well. One of the many places I've worked had an employee, I won't specify where, that we learned eventually he had 2 jobs for like 8 months, which is why he was doing so bad at hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, we let him go. But for 8 months, he made like good money at our place.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think there's anything ethically wrong with like if you want to work 3 jobs and you can, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But if you're not performing, then yeah.
If you're working the system, then like.
Because I know me, I'm like such a big multitasker. I would love to work 3 jobs and get paid $350,000. But
I honestly, I wish I could be like that. It would stress me out so much. I would feel
because it's wrong,
so anxious about it.
Or because like let's say it was like allowed, like you didn't have to get caught, as long as you.
I think I would feel anxious about it because I feel compelled to be like integrous to the people I work with.
But what if the people you worked with allowed it? They said as long as you don't.
No, they do. I meant I wish I was the kind of person who'd be okay getting a second job and blowing off the other one, but just getting paid from it while I'm doing a real shitty job. But I don't think I could do that.
See, my brain goes to I think I could be like this woman and do 2 to 3 jobs better than other people.
Yeah, I just don't want to work from home jobs, I guess.
See, I don't work from home, and I think that sounds amazing.
No, working from home is
Sorry, I
just
think-
don't want to like office jobs. I don't know. Like if I'm gonna do
If you're gonna make twice as much money, like $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year.
I've worked 2 full-time jobs before, and I slept in my car 3 nights a week for 3 weeks while I worked there, and then I quit one of those jobs
Okay.
because I was like, this is insane. Working from home would be different,
I would
obviously.
say, but this is like working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if
Yeah.
you've ever had to like drive Uber or like try to get a second job at like Home Depot or something, just to kind of like, I don't know.
No, I guess if you need a second job, I don't need one, and so I'd rather put my energy into creative outlets outside of my standard job.
Fair.
Because my standard job is not my passion.
Well, I just think like I think employees are being smart, and I think they're working smarter, not harder. Because guess what? That's what the executives are doing. Because the executives, when I'm so anti-corporation. I mean, I'm
I
not
generally dislike executives. I've worked with so many of them.
Well, it just feels like they benefit so much, and it's like the big number theory. Like it's easier to, if you have $1 million, it's easier to make 2 million. But if you have 0, it's hard to make 1 million. You know.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel like all the advancements of technology through the last couple of decades. Why are we suffering so much as employees? And it's because higher ups are benefiting. Like, why are we working? It's just, the whole thing is crazy. Why are we working 40-hour weeks and like not able to make ends meet when technology is so much farther than it's ever been? And it's because companies are benefiting from it, but they're not giving what they're benefiting to the employees.
Yeah.
Sad. I just got really sad.
Sad.
We're so not political. This has been a crazy episode of politics.
We honestly usually aren't political even in our own conversations, but
No, we're not political
that's
people.
just how much is going on right now.
And I think we're tired, and I think we're a little sad.
I think that is true.
But I will say on a positive note, I think success, and however which way you like to see it, success doesn't always have to be fiscal. I think, like,
It often isn't.
Yes.
You're an artist. Like,
well, and I think
instead you might get prestige and respect, but you don't get money.
like, how many years
That's how it is working in pro sports.
Well, this podcast, we make $0. Guys, I don't know if you know this. We make $0.
Wait, Costco isn't sponsoring us?
No. They told me to leave. No, they didn't. But I think success, the fact we've talked about doing this for a long time, and then we try to do, like, we're working on webisodes in the future, just things that like could turn into nothing for the sake of nothing, but like I feel like that's success, is like doing something that fulfills you in any way you like, a creative way, an outlet, like constant progress of like your psyche, your creative, your
I think
well-being.
essentially finding fulfillment is like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
if you feel fulfilled, then great. You're doing great.
Right. So I think that's a positive thing. So this is a positive podcast.
Yeah. Smiles.
Yeah. She
How long
talk,
have we been doing this?
I felt like I saw 3 hours. I'm like, that can't be right.
What the fuck?
But should we do a quick mission moment?
Did you have one?
Mission moment. The food in Uruguay.
But I feel like okay, wait. Do you have like a specific story about food in your life?
No.
All right.
I have favorites and least favorites.
Let's share our least favorite food moment.
Oh. It was in Argentina.
Oh. Well, please share.
You know, it was like their Independence Day.
They don't know, Greg.
Guys, it was, okay, so in the MTC, there's like, when you're white or American, you stay there longer than everybody else. So there's like a day or two of like turnover where everybody leaves, like all the people from South America and other Latino countries.
If you speak
If you speak
Spanish, you
Spanish,
get to move on
that's what it's.
within 3 weeks.
There you go. That's what it
And if
is.
you have to learn Spanish, you get to stay
Stay there for 9 weeks. So there's a little bit of a two-day kind of rotation where everybody leaves except for you guys, and you're just there by yourself for 2 days, which is kind of fun actually. But because it was the older American white non-Spanish speakers left
They're
because
like 6 weeks ahead of
yeah
us.
they finished their 9 weeks, and so there's only two groups of us there. And Argentina in that time just happened to have their Independence Day, and they made a delicacy, which the best way I can describe it is imagine like an industrial sized pot that you can take like a bath in, and an industrial sized blender. And I assume this is what they did. They took a live pig and threw it in the blender and then put it in the pot and cooked it and then served it to us. Because that's what it felt like. You'd have just like random pig parts, like a snout or a foot,
Yeah.
a hoof, like in your soup.
I couldn't do it.
So that was my least favorite. That was Uruguay though. That was Argentina, not Uruguay. I never liked lengua. I hated that.
I still never tried it.
I had to try it once. One thing I never tried is mondongo.
Oh, I don't like it.
Yeah, I somehow never tried it. They served it, and here's how I did it. I always had a companion that always hated it more, and they would be like, "Oh my gosh," and I would just be quiet about it. And then everyone would focus on that person. They're like, "You gotta try it, you gotta try it," and they would put it on their plate and make them try it. And I always got away with not ever trying
You just
it.
never talk about how
No,
you
hated
oh my
it.
gosh.
It's cow stomach.
That is basically what happened to me. So yeah. Yeah, I was an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, my worst one was in Uruguay, and it was on my birthday, so I was pissed. Because my trainer, so early on in the mission, didn't speak Spanish very well, so I wasn't able to promote to everyone how it was my birthday. My trainer didn't tell anyone it was my birthday, so no one did anything for me. Well, that's not true. At the end of the night, I was telling people that it was my birthday, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, someone run to the store and buy something sweet." But that day for lunch, which is like the main meal of the day.
Yeah.
I feel like here in America, it's like dinner.
And sometimes as a missionary, you're poor, so you don't eat dinner or breakfast. So you've basically been fasting for 24 hours.
Yeah, it's like lunch you survive on. So hopefully they're giving you more than one plate.
Yes.
And this lady, she was, I don't know, probably in her 60s, had us over for lunch, and her meals were always great, honestly. Like it was good food. She made us like fish with, I don't know, like these sauteed vegetables. It's like,
Oh, that's good.
she liked to cook.
And this was in Rivera, which is like the border of Brazil.
Yeah, so she liked to learn a lot of Brazilian recipes.
Yeah.
So a little better, even like more flavor food.
Yeah.
She made this like pickled orange.
Yep.
It was, I don't like anything pickled, I've learned.
Was it pickled or was it dulced?
I don't really, because again, I was like trying to learn Spanish, and here they spoke Portuñol, which was like Portuguese Spanish.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go on to keep trying to learn Spanish in my next area. But so I don't know. The orange peel was on it still. The window was open. I took a bite. She walked out of the room. I'm looking at my trainer, and he's like, "Don't you dare." So I didn't, unfortunately. I did spit it into a napkin and put it in my backpack. I was like, but I was pissed because it's my birthday. I did not let that happen on my second birthday.
Okay, yeah. So dulce, you probably experienced this everywhere. What was one of my least favorite dulce? So Uruguay, they like dulce. They just they sugarify, whatever you want to call it, everything. Zapacho?
Is that what it's called?
Well, they have dulce de cualquier cosa, like dulce de zapacho, dulce de batata. My least favorite.
Wasn't too bad.
What's zapacho? Is that pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Japanese ones.
Okay. My least favorite was dulce de fig. Dulce de higo.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen? Can you grab my
I
phone?
didn't care for that one
Grab my
either.
phone. Grab my phone. I want to show you a picture of this. I showed it to people at work, and they were like, "That looks vile." And I'm like, "Yep." So let me show you what it looks like, and I will show it to the camera too, and we'll just have to explain it very well to everyone else. Dulce de higo. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Wait, I've had this before.
They served it so many times. It's disgusting.
I only had it once, actually.
Can I bring this to the camera?
So in that way, I suppose I was blessed.
It just looks like a dog.
Oh, do you know what I thought I liked, but then learned I didn't? Was arroz con leche.
You don't like arroz con leche?
So the first time I had it, I was like, this is actually pretty good. It was warm. It was cooked. There were no pieces of hidden cinnamon sticks throughout it.
Okay. It's your own fault. If there's like a stick of cinnamon, or they had those little sticks, I think it's like star anise or something in it.
The first time I had it, this wasn't in it, and it was my first time having it. So the second time I had it, I didn't think it would be in it.
You just don't eat those parts. That's to give it flavor.
Okay. I didn't, and the rice was not cooked all the way.
Well, that was just badly made.
It was cold, and I hated it.
Oh,
I
think it's supposed to be cold.
I couldn't.
Dulce de.
I will say my mission
Arroz con leche
did help me. I was a very picky child, and it did help me grow as a person.
Yeah.
In that regard, and many others. But
I mean, yes. But the food thing.
Yes.
Me too. I mean, I didn't like tomatoes or onions or peppers before the mission. And then I ate all those in the mission because there's a certain point where you're like, I just need some flavor. Yeah. And I now
need the earth's natural flavor.
At this point, I don't like bell peppers now, but I did eat them on the mission. I love tomatoes and onions still. But so let's talk about my favorite foods. I want to do this in our lives now. We should have a gnocchi night, but they do the gnocchi. It's crazy to me that this never happened to you, but on the I can't remember if it's the 28th. 29th of every month.
Because I never got gnocchi.
The 29th of every month, it's a gnocchi night. And, like, gnocchi, like,
gnocchi afternoon.
Yeah, it's a lunch. But it can be, sometimes, we had a fundraiser at one of the churches where we sold gnocchi. Like, we made it and then sold it because it's so popular there. And come to find out you never had it on your mission.
How? It's like, I just never get invited to a meal on the 29th.
I loved it.
Of any month.
You also don't like fideos con tuco, which is one of my favorites.
Well, when I was there, like, I enjoyed it.
It's essentially spaghetti.
Yeah. I just
noodles with
never
tuco.
wanted again.
I liked it.
I had it so much.
I loved guiso. I mainly, what I appreciated most about Uruguay is they made their food from, like, scratch.
Yeah,
like, there was no packets. There was
that is true.
Like, they, like, chopped all the vegetables, everything. Everything was made from scratch.
So it was good. I love choripan.
Is choripan
it's like chorizo
and a bread.
Yeah, bread.
I like choripan.
And mayonnaise.
Media lunas.
Yum.
I used to buy media lunas from the almacenes, which half moon. It's a croissant sandwich. That's what it is. They call it half moons.
And they love mayonnaise.
They love
mayonnaise.
mayonnaise.
Taught me to love mayonnaise.
Well, do you still?
I did not like mayonnaise before.
They love. Well, their mayonnaise is
and
good
theirs
too.
had like lemon zest in it. Yeah.
The Uruguay brand. There's an aisle
Sometimes
of
I
mayonnaise.
add lemon zest to my own now.
Yeah, their mayonnaise is good. I don't put mayonnaise in my rice anymore, but I did a lot.
I do sometimes.
You
still.
do?
Yeah.
Oh, I did it on the
usually
mission.
like a chipotle mayonnaise or something.
Yeah, not like a straight mayonnaise.
Yeah.
But
unless I have cucumbers and lemon.
Also, they just loved carbs on carbs on carbs. Like, there was a time where we had, like, potatoes in rice with pasta. I'm like, wow.
All in, like, a soup.
Yes. And I think we made it with Laura, and she's like, this is too many carbs.
Yeah, she's like, you can't do this.
You know? This is 3 types of carbs all in one. And then with bread, obviously.
Yeah. You always have bread.
I love the bread.
I love their Milanesas.
I love their Milanesas. I love their
That's something
barbecue.
I
They didn't.
don't really make. I feel like I should make more of
Yeah,
this.
we should have a Uruguay night.
Yes, actually, I've been wanting to make this like dulce de leche pudding.
Dulce de leche, great.
That they
What
made
is-
down there with the Maria cookies.
Yeah.
I love it. I bought it all.
We should.
I
We
just
should
didn't make it.
I mean, you should cook everything and invite a bunch of people and just be like, "This is Uruguay food."
yeah,
and
we
then,
should do it. We can make bizcochos.
bizcochos, yeah, or tortas fritas. That was another cool thing. If it rains in Uruguay, they're gonna make a tortas frita.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's a cold rain or a hot rain.
And they're just gonna make it. So it was always fun for me. I don't know if you did this. You just always go to a member's house and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's raining. And they're like, "We have tortas fritas." And you're like, "I had no idea that you'd be making these."
More often, I will go to like a like inactive person's house.
Oh,
and they would
that's what I meant.
Yeah,
They're like, "Come on in."
yes, it's like funny, but those are the ones who always like actually love the missionaries.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, come over and hang out.
Yeah.
And we'll give you food and stuff.
Tortas fritas. They were so good. What it is like it's like a fried dough. It's like a salty, but then you put dulce de leche on it, so it's like salty sweet.
So good.
So good.
I love it.
I'm trying. There's got to be more.
What were they called? San Juans? What are the dulce de membrillo with the cheese?
You lost me. Dulce
bread.
de membrillo was disgusting.
No, that was the one dulce I liked.
It's like a
which is
chunk.
so weird.
They would put like a chunk this big, like an inch thick of just like gelatined membrillo on top of a piece of bread, and
Which
you're
is
like,
a quince fruit.
what?
So it's so
I-
funny. Like it was like a few years ago. I was like, "What is membrillo?" Like, because after I learned that that carpincho was a capybara,
You didn't know that?
I ate that.
Me too.
Oh, I wouldn't have if I knew.
It's a
They were
giant
trying to
rodent.
explain to me what. I can't eat a capybara,
They-
but I did.
To be fair, they're gross. It was not good.
Ugh. I just, yeah. They just tried to explain to me. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And yeah.
And
Anywho,
I went to a house that they had a carpincho, capybara, as a pet. It was weird.
that is weird.
Because their houses are tiny, and I'm like, this thing is taking up so much space. It's a huge rodent living in your house.
I just like, did it seem friendly?
No, it was really
In videos,
friendly.
they look so friendly.
They're really friendly. It is interesting because their hair is really coarse. It feels like a rat, like a giant rat porcupine kind of thing.
Interesting.
And there's big, like, super long teeth. And then it would make like a dolphin sound, like not like a real dolphin, like not like as cute as a dolphin, but it would be like a and it would just like,
Interesting.
but it wouldn't like, it would just like bump into everything. And I was like, this is,
Was it a pet?
it was their pet, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then that
I
was
wasn't sure if it was their farm animal.
no, it was their pet. Well, this is the north. This is in Artigas. In the south is where we ate them. Did you ever have armadillo?
Oh, I ate it in the north. That's interesting. I also in the north ate armadillo.
I never got to. I always wanted to.
My mom was not happy because apparently they can carry leprosy.
I'm sure there's much worse things that we put in our bodies in America.
But the armadillo was actually pretty good. So it was like
I heard it tastes like
barbecued.
chicken.
Yeah.
Remember when we went back to Uruguay? And you ran over an armadillo?
And then when we got to where we were going, our friends were like, "And you didn't bring it?"
Yeah. Yes. Because it's illegal to kill them. They're delicacies. It's illegal to kill them in Uruguay. So they're like, but if you accidentally kill it,
Then it's okay.
it's okay.
Well, that's what they told us anyway.
And that's like,
But they also told us not to file a police report when people broke our car, and then the insurance people were
like,
pissed.
yeah, like you have to file a police report. Well, that was our stupid car. It was like Tommy Boy. Have you seen Tommy Boy?
No.
Okay, well, basically they go on a road trip, but by the end their car is just like trashed. That was our car in
I've
Uruguay.
seen planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
No.
oh, okay. Well,
But
same
basically,
thing.
Ryan hit an armadillo, which, guys, armadillos are like smaller than the cat. But I guess the car was so low to the ground.
We were driving a large Hot Wheel. It was
It's
like a plastic,
like a Fisher Price car with a real engine. So we hit this armadillo, and it ripped off our entire bumper. Just ripped it off, and then we're like, I guess we'll keep going. And then someone broke into our car, and like, what else happened? They like pried the door open, so the door was like this.
Admittedly, one thing
Ryan hit a potted
I
plant.
backed into a potted plant on accident. But honestly, with everything that already
Made of
happened,
concrete.
like, who could tell?
That was one of the things in life. You know how life teaches you things? Life has taught me to be a liar. Because that was one of the times where it was 2 years after our mission. I was very much like, no, Ryan, we should just tell the truth. And you're like, I'm not telling the truth. You're like, we
are getting out of this country. We don't have the money to pay for this.
We got broken into. If it's broken into, it's covered by insurance. If we hit stuff, it's not covered. So we're going to say it's all because of being broken into. And I was like, okay, I'll just sit in silence. And then the guy,
the majority of the damage was from the break-in.
Well, and the guy said, like, he was like annoyed. He was like, oh my gosh, could you have just said that it was all this thing? Like,
because then I did still name like the other several things.
Yeah, you're like, we hit a rock chip.
A rock shot at the windshield and
just
put
like
a hole through it. Which that was real too.
Yeah.
The only thing that wasn't was the potted plant.
So
I guess I should have just blamed it all on the robbery.
Right. So because the guy at the place was like, I now have to file 3 reports, but if you just said it was the robbery, I literally had to do 1. And then I was like, oh my gosh, no one cares. Why am I like so ethical?
That guy's gonna send it to their insurance.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, really, most of the damage was not my fault. So.
Right. Most of it was because people broke into our car, and you had your suitcase in the car, and they stole nothing.
And who put that flower pot there? Okay. Did they just move it?
It was a concrete.
It was like this.
It was a concrete flower pot.
And it was like 5 feet tall. It was huge. Maybe it was art.
Some may say, how could you?
In a gas station parking lot.
Yeah, how could you miss it, Ryan?
I don't know. Because the windows were. Well, I guess they weren't yet.
They weren't crashed in yet.
They weren't broken yet.
But all this to say is that I never had armadillo. I wish I had armadillo. I loved feijoada, which I didn't realize was a Brazilian thing.
I also love that.
I love feijoada.
So good.
I get it all the time when we go to Tucanos.
My mom makes it now.
Your mom does?
She makes it pretty
I asked Carol, because I was like, can you teach me how to make this? Because she's from Brazil. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I don't know how to make that.
Yeah. Well, and like Zach, he married Esther, who's from Brazil. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, I think that she thinks my mom makes it well. So
sweet.
It's really good.
I love it. I should make it. It's like a black bean stew, just so people know. Yeah. What else did we like about the food?
I loved chaha. Did you ever have it?
I have no idea what that is.
Because you were never in Paysandu.
No.
Paysandu is where the chaha factory was. And
what is this?
So good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't have it when we went back. Oh, that's because I went to Paysandu without you.
Yeah. That's where we split ways and then found each other 2 days later. And
I got some chaha when I was there.
I have no idea what that is.
It's like an ice cream that's covered in this like puff. Like, I don't know, like a puff sugar pastry thing. That gives it almost just like a little bit of this crispness. And it's so good. They only made 4 flavors: vanilla, chocolate, dulce de leche, and peach.
Oh.
And the peach was the best one.
Uruguay peaches. Durazno is known for their peaches.
Yes.
Wait, because that means peach.
Yes.
Okay. It's like crazy. That was when I realized I liked peaches, because I always hated peaches growing up, and I had one there.
Some of Uruguay's fruit was the best, and some was the worst.
What was the worst?
Their strawberries were terrible.
Yeah, I don't have any memory.
They had no
of ever having
flavor.
strawberries there.
It was so sad. I bought them because I was like, maybe at one of the parts of the country they'll be good. No,
I remember they didn't have like avocado in a lot of places, but then randomly in Ferbentos they did.
I didn't like avocado back then, so I never looked. I know.
I did.
I know.
But I also it's called palta there.
Yes.
Because I remember I tried to get it at Almacen, whatever. And they're so mean sometimes. They're not shy about laughing at your face and pointing and getting their friends to come and laugh at you too. But I was like,
So true.
do you guys have pauta? Because that's, if you look in the Spanish dictionary, that's what it's called. And they're like, el qué? No. Sorry, they call it pauta. I was like, in the Spanish dictionary, it's called avocate.
Yeah.
And so I was like, ¿ustedes tienen avocate? El qué?
Is it aguacate or avocado?
I have no idea. But I said like avocate, and they're like, what? And they're like,
Because so many words are different down there.
and then they're like, wait 1 second, and they get people to come over, not to help, but to further laugh at me. And I'm like, what is this? Say it again.
Made up word.
Say it again. Like, avocate. They're like,
No.
Gringo stupido.
Oh my god.
And then I was like, and then my companion's like, it's pauta. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they're like,
You idiot. How do you not know that here? The first time I said coger down there, people lost their minds.
which means
to grab.
to grab. But
When I learned it in high school.
well, how does that translate to like to fuck? That's what it means.
Yeah, that's what it means in like almost
A
every
lot of
South American country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you ever have an Almason guy? We had an Almason guy in Fray Bentos yell at us. He hated us. But the siesta was at noon, obviously. So we'd get there. I think we got there like at 11:58, and we're just like shaving. He's like getting us like
deli meat?
Deli meat so we can go make a sandwich or something. And he like, I asked for like 2 pieces because we're poor. I'm just making 1 sandwich, and he shaves it, and it's like shaved in such a thin way that like it's basically not a piece. It's like kind of crumbles, and I'm like, oh, can I just get 2 more? And he's like, no. Like he was
like,
so.
it is the siesta.
He's like, it is noon.
Get
How
out.
dare you, at noon, come to get lunch food?
Oh my god.
And so he said, I was like taken
Was this like
aback.
you guys' like regular Almason?
Yeah,
Or...
he was just a cranky guy. He also yelled at us because my companion used to like look through the fruit, which is a very American thing, apparently. Big no-no in a lot of other countries. But they're like, he's like, stop touching all the fruit. Just take 1. And I'm like, well, I know 3 of these are rotting, and you're just trying to still sell. I'm not gonna buy a rotting piece of fruit
because I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah, but it's like luck of the draw.
I usually, I feel like I was mostly in the countryside, so I often just bought fruit from fruit stands, which were the best anyway. They had the best oranges down there.
Oh yeah.
Except for people gave us them all the time in Paysandu to the point where, like, they were just rotting in my house because I was like, we can't eat all these. I have canker sores.
I always liked being up near Brazil because for some reason, turkey did not exist in Uruguay, but turkey existed in Brazil. And then same with,
I don't think I noticed that.
I did because I liked a turkey sandwich and I couldn't make turkey sandwiches in the South. But also Brazil for some reason had grape flavored things and Uruguay didn't. So like grape Fanta or grape yogurt, Brazil had, and then Uruguay did not.
Yeah. Well, and Brazil shopping was like
cheap,
literally
cheap,
75% off compared to Uruguay.
Yes, so much cheaper. We used to go in with like, I had a JanSport backpack that was like empty, and we'd take the bus into Brazil, and it would be like a giant turtle. Like we'd come back with just so much, and we could reimburse fruit for up to 200 pesos.
Yes,
so $10. But in the South, that would buy us like 3 pieces of fruit, and in the North, in Brazil, it's like a table full of fruit. And we could reimburse it. And I used to cheat the system and buy potatoes because you can reimburse fruit and vegetables. And then I would make French fries.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh.
Any other food things that we're missing?
I want chaha.
Still can't know what that is. Oh, I can't not say this one. What's the Brazilian cheeseburger?
Cheese. Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah, so good.
That was so good.
Well, we made sure to get that when we went back, too.
We did.
Yeah.
And I always liked, they had...
so big. So good.
Their burgers there were like the size of a pancake.
Yes.
And then...
And it's inside of more, like, because isn't it closed off at one end? Like, almost like a...
Yeah. Like a panini. Or like a...
thing.
Pita. Yeah. But then... They put fried eggs in it. It would be a whole bunch of stuff in it. And then if you wanted it spicy, they put ketchup. 'Cause to them,
Spicy ketchup with the green lid.
yes, but to them, it was not spicy ketchup. It was just ketchup.
Yeah.
It was not spicy at all. I had a companion that I brought ranch. Like, I got a ranch packet. I don't know how I got that. I think someone else had a ranch packet.
It's like gold.
Right, so we made ranch, and then we brought to a Uruguayan's house, and they called it spicy mayonnaise.
No, it was honestly, there were ingredients I didn't expect to not find, but did not find. I was so excited when I was in Beijing because I was the sugar capital. They were the only place I ever found brown sugar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you ever find brown sugar?
I must have. I think I made chocolate chip cookies once.
Okay. That was the only place I ever made them.
It was called
I made
blonde
them
sugar,
all
though.
the time.
No, I found it in a lot of places.
Oh.
They called it blonde sugar, though.
Not. So sad.
Yeah. No, I think they called it blonde sugar. So I made chocolate chip cookies a ton. Because our Mission President's wife had that cookbook. I used to make Alfredo a ton from scratch. I got really good at it. In the cookbook, you buy like Parmesan cheese and you have to make a roux with the milk, and then you have to it's a pretty good recipe.
Cheese in Uruguay.
Yeah, cheese there was basically
hard to
plastic.
find.
Yeah,
Good cheese was hard to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good cheese.
But you could
Pizza.
find it.
Their pizza there was basically bread and sprayed on sauce.
No peanut butter.
No peanut butter.
No maple syrup.
No maple syrup. There would every now and then. Wouldn't there be like some areas had like an American
a lot
shop?
of these things though.
Mine didn't.
Yeah, sorry. I did share with the people who were around me. It just was never you.
Yeah, we were never the same age. The second year, I think my parents sent me a box the first year of my mission for Christmas, and the second year, they didn't. And then I got the box from the mission president's wife that was basically like, "I'm sorry, your family hates you." Which it was like, I think I was the only white guy that got it. It was a bunch of Latinos and me that got that. Like, it was nice. I loved the mission president's wife. She's like, "Here you go."
Oh,
She's like, "I made you some cookies."
She was very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, we should probably wrap it up because I'm tired and we've been a rambunctious group.
The ramblings.
The rumors and the ramblings.
All right, we can talk about that next time.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the housewives.
Next time on this.
We're gonna talk about that.
Bye.